Where the fuck are you supposed to find friends? Choose a hobby you enjoy and look for local or nearby venues hosting events related to that hobby. Chat people up and keep in touch with the ones you like. What if, say, you're a workaholic, single, have difficulty socializing, and have recently been rejected or ignored by all the communities you tried to join remotely during the pandemic? Asking for a hypothetical friend, of course. Find others with common interests. Do you like climbing mountains? Join a mountain climbing club. Do you like nature walks? Join a walking club. Join meetup groups for any interests you may have. Go to your local gaming store if you enjoy board games. Take a class at your local college. Chat someone up at a coffee shop that hosts local bands? Or make an extra effort at work to invite people out for lunch. Men of Reddit. What's the most difficult thing to explain to women? That I'm happy just hanging out doing nothing. Hard doesn't mean horny. Similarly, not hard doesn't mean not horny. Sometimes we are too shy to make the first move or take it further because we don't know if you're okay with that. I don't always want to be the one that initiates sex. It makes me feel like a creep. I can't tell if you're flirting with me or not. Why do you have a boner? Do I look like a fucking doctor? No, I do not know why. How two or more men can bond just by standing in a room in silence. I once worked with a guy for 3 years and never learned his name. Best friend I ever had. We still never talk sometimes. That I really want to dress up in full plate armor and own a warhorse. Millennials. What confuses you about Gen Z? The fact they might think about the 90s the same way I thought about the 80s or 70s when I was a child of the 90s, a long time ago. I'm 24, so what confuses me most is which generation I belong to. Why are they all younger than me? Grow up. Do none of you realize putting your entire lives on the internet is going to come back to bite you in the ass someday? How do all these young guys get their hair to look that way that's super in right now? Are they out getting perms? Why some of them act like they pioneered the social media, influencer boom, or look at me surprised because I have Snapchat, etc. Even though many of these came out when millennials like me were in our early 20s and the core demographic. They have a very weird and strange sense of humor. Like it's hard to articulate what it is exactly, but it's quite precise. What is the coolest name you have ever heard? Went to school with a kid whose last name meant dark in another language. Him and his sister were named Wolf and Dove respectively in that language. So Dark Wolf and Dark Dove. Rip Torn. Max Power. Thanks, I got it off a hairdryer. Come on, nothing is cooler than McCloven. Joey Joe Jr. Shabadoo. Bob Blah Blah. I worked with a guy named Kilrain. Pronounced Kilrain. IDK if that's the coolest, but it was memorable. Coco Crisp. Baseball player who played like 14 years in the majors. There's an IndyCar driver named Stingray Robb. Somehow it's both the dumbest and coolest name I know. My favorite NASCAR driver was always Dick Trickle. Which celebrity looks like they smell bad? I've been in the same room with Cara Delevingne. Beau and cigarettes. Jared Leto looks like he uses his own sweat as cologne. Bam Margera. Harvey Weinstein, but he actually smells really bad according to reports. Like rotten flesh, poopish. He has Fournier's gangrene. Basically his taint is rotting, so I wouldn't be surprised. Kid Rock. He looks like he smells like he just smoked McDonald's. Russell Brand looks like he stinks, but I can vouch the man smells incredible. 100% Post Malone. People wish he was Post Cologne. Mickey Rourke. Brad Pitt is known for not showering often. No Neck Ed.